Wallace, a professional dream psychologist and author. He's here. He's analysed over 100,000 dreams throughout his career and says exploring our dreams is the most powerful way to understand what we want out of life and how we can achieve it. All right. How are you, by the way?
I'm very good, thanks, Stephen. How are you?
I'm very good. And there's Tim over there, look.
How are you doing, Tim?
I'm doing okay, but I'm not sleeping all that well because of the weather. You know, you go to bed, it's a bit humid, then it's a bit cool, tossing and turning. Quite bad dreams. Is that normal?
Yes, it is, Tim. If you have disturbed sleep, then you might generate some disturbing content in your dreams.
Oh, that's interesting. You've never said that before. So if you're physically disturbed during your sleep, could be nightmares.
That's absolutely right, Steve. And that's why there's this old wives' tale that cheese causes nightmares. And it's nothing in the cheese. It's just the fact that cheese is hard to digest. So if you eat lots of cheese before you go to bed or you have a scorching hot vindaloo, that will give you disturbing dreams as well.
Okay, what about a Brazil nut?
Brazil nut, you'll be fine with that. That gets the big tick.
Be okay with that. Email from Sarah. I've been having similar dreams all my life, and I hope you can tell me what they mean and if they mean the same thing. They are trying to run away from someone or something, but I run in slow motion.
So in this dream, running in slow motion symbolises that Sarah is pushing herself forward to reach an objective, but she needs to focus on taking some committed action and practical steps rather than always just thinking about the outcome.
Wow. Trying to shout or scream, but no sound comes out.
This reflects the other dream. So if she's shouting or screaming with no sound coming out, it shows that she needs to be more confident in expressing her goals and how she's going to achieve them.
Oh, this is going so well. We'll do one more. Trying to fight someone, but I'm fighting in slow motion, and my punches are as light as a feather, no matter how hard I try.
More slow motion here. So fighting ineffectively shows that Sarah feels conflicted about what she wants to do. And so she never puts her full weight behind her actions to achieve her goals. So what she needs to do from all of these three dreams is take some committed action, decide what she wants to do, and then just do it.
Okay. Thank you, Sarah, for that. Elaine Wilson, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And you're in Newton Abbot in Devon, yeah?
Yes.
Now, tell us about your dream then, Elaine.
Well, I think it's a bit of a weird one, really. It's a beautiful day. The grass is green. There's lovely trees around, sunny, calm. And I'm with a group of people that's sort of standing on the outside of the group. And then I lift myself up and I'm sort of pacing in the air and I go up about to their head height.
How do you lift yourself up?
I just sort of float up. I mean to do it in my head, and it's like a trick that I know I can do. And I'm sort of saying to the group of people, look what I can do. And they're busy chatting. They turn around and look at me and, oh, yeah, that's fine. Not that impressed, really. And then because I think they might think I'm sort of showing off a little bit, I said, well, I have to come down now. I can't do it for long. But I know in my dream that I could have just gone on doing it forever.
Now, is this a dream that you've dreamt frequently?
Yes.
In any given, say, fortnight, how many times would you dream it? Once,
maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
But it's been going on for sort of years, I would say.
Wow. Ian.
Hi, Elaine. This is the sixth most common dream that people have.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Really?
And it's a fantastic dream to create, Elaine. It shows you're a very creative person. As you know, Elaine, the dream doesn't happen to you. You happen to the dream and you create all the characters in it.
All right.
So being among the people you know shows that you feel happy and confident in all aspects of your character.
Right.
And the flying and floating part, the wonderful part, shows that you can use your feelings of contentment and fulfillment to rise above it all, just to rise above trivialities that might concern others. And your feet being level with their heads show that you can put ideas into action by taking a level-headed approach. So it's a great skill. Instead of worrying about showing off and what other people will think of you, just be creative, just do the things you really like doing in the way you do them. And that's how to use it.
There's a confidence.
Fantastic. Thank you. That's all really happy. I thought it was going to be something dreadful.
Well, I was just going to say, Elaine, it's a kind of a confidence dream, isn't it?
Yeah, that's brilliant. And I shall certainly take that advice. And thank you very much.
Excellent. So you don't have to worry about having that dream again. You know that it's good. Give our very best to everybody in Newton Abbot, please.
I will. Thank you, Steve.
All right.
Take care.
See ya.
Love your show.
Thank you. Bye.
Got an email from Rachel Ladbrook now who says, hello, Ian. I'd love to know what this dream means, please. I'm in a cave hiding from something that scared me. Some apes approached approach me and they're dressed like in the old Planet of the Apes films. They're laughing at me, but they're not talking to me. They begin then to eat orange segments and they flick the pips into my eyes as I cry and beg them to stop.
You can't possibly say that this is a common dream. Ian.
I've had this dream. Well, hang on, some of the themes might be common.
Okay.
Rachel goes on to say, I've had this dream many times over the years and it always terrifies me. It sounds terrifying. I first had it when I was only 6 or 7. I'm now 44 and I always wake up sweating and in tears. Can you tell me what it means, please?
Yes, I can. And it is the 49th most common dream, being attacked by animals.
Okay.
So what the cave symbolises in Rachel's dream is a situation where she can safely explore a deeper understanding of herself. And an ape symbolises her ability to develop her creativity by learning from other people and then adapting their methods. The orange is using her skills to achieve a fruitful outcome, and the pips from the orange symbolise her ability to take a seemingly insignificant idea and use her vision to turn it into a powerful and fruitful outcome. So the action from the dream is to allow herself to take the action she needs and not worry about other people criticising her.
We're going to go to another phoner. I think it's Rob Wheeler in Yate near Bristol. Hi, Rob. How are you?
Hi, I'm very well. Yourself, Steve?
Yeah, we're very good. Good afternoon to you. Tell us about your dream. I think it's a recurring one, isn't it? And you're wandering around a building somewhere.
That's right. Well, that's been the long-term pattern, but it's recently changed, and that's what I'm more interested.
Uh-oh.
Not in a bad way.
All right.
Normally, I'm wandering around this old Victorian terraced house that's in a state of disrepair. The roof's open and there's water coming through and the walls are crumbling. And it's haunted as well. It's like a poltergeist. Sometimes it moves things around and sometimes it has a go at people. But what's changed recently, I'm going around it now, but with a potential buyer. And
Are you an estate agent?
No. No. You know when the estate agent tries to fob you off and says, can you show them round?
Oh, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, but imagine they might.
Imagine they might. And the damage is kind of been fixed. I'm walking around thinking, oh, this is good, actually. It's all been fixed. And the ghost is there, but quiet, not doing anything. And then we go outside. This is the first time I've ever been outside this building. The street's all kind of tatty and run down and grass growing through the cracks and everything.
Yeah.
The person starts asking about the neighbours. And I'm starting to talk about the neighbours, and they listen to what I'm saying about the neighbours, and then they just turn me down flat.
All right. And this is distinctly different from the dream that you used to have, which was similar.
Well, it's the same house, but in this new one, it's been fixed up.
What about the people in the dream? Are they familiar people?
No, they're complete strangers.
Rob, let's ask Ian.
Rob, this is the 84th most common dream, dreaming about a derelict house, particularly with a ghost in it.
Oh, right.
So when you create a dream, the number one symbol is the house, and it represents yourself, because houses have got insides and outsides, and so do we. So a derelict house symbolises a situation where you've been neglecting your own needs and talents because you've been looking after the needs of other people. And the ghost symbolises a talent or skill from the past that you've got the opportunity to bring back to life. So it's something that's kind of been haunting you a little bit. You've got some skill or capability that's quite unique to you. And you're thinking, what could have been if you just put that into action? And the poltergeist is just you taking action for others instead of yourself.
Right.
So now the house is done up and you're trying to sell it because you're feeling less run down yourself. You're valuing your own abilities more and looking at how to accommodate everyone's needs. And the best way to do that is to establish clear boundaries. That's where the neighbours come in. And the more that you establish clear boundaries in your waking life around your own needs and actions, then the more safe and secure you will feel and the more you'll be able to value your abilities.
I think that's it.
Okie dokie. Thank you very much.
That's not bad.
Yeah, cheers, Steve. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Rob, in Yate, near Bristol. And we got one more, and I think we've got an email from Steve Lucas. Go ahead.
We have. This is very interesting. He says, I've had the same dream now on and off for about 6 months. I'm in a large department store, and although I don't work there, I offer to show an elderly couple to a department on an upper floor. The lift arrives and we enter, but as it rises, the sides of the lift shaft fall away until the lift is simply a floor travelling between 4 upright posts in the open air.
Is that from Bruce Willis?
I'm terrified. I'm terrified, says Steve, but the elderly couple are completely unmoved. Eventually we get to the floor and everything returns to normal. Weird or what, he says.
Yeah.
Well, it would be good to know if Steve is wearing a grubby white vest while he's having his dream.
Exactly. Yeah, he's in a lift shaft.
And saving the world.
Yeah.
Yes. So it is the 75th most common dream, being in a lift. A department store symbolises a situation in Steve's waking life where he can make some choices about the most productive way to use his valuable talents. The lift symbolises his upwards career progression, but he's feeling insecure and a bit exposed. That's why the walls of the lift are falling away, and he feels like everything's up in the air. The elderly people symbolise Steve's wisdom and experience, so deep down inside, he knows that he can elevate his career to a higher level and promote his skills.
Thank you to our callers and to our emailers, and thank you very much, Ian. One final question. When it's hot during the summer months and when it's lighter at night, etc., do we dream more? Do we need absolute darkness to ensure good dreams or bad dreams? What's the difference between dreaming in the summer and dreaming in the winter months?
We tend to wake up more in the summer months just because it's lighter.
Yeah.
And there is lots of research being done that thinks something like a full moon, because it's lighter, will wake people up more, so people remember their dreams more. And that's one of the connections between the moon and dreaming.
And when there's a full moon, I know you start howling, don't you?
Oh,
Tim?
quite often, yeah. Don't half dream as well, mate.
Thanks very much, Ian.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Tim.